All right, our next presentation, very cute, very cuddly, kinda little animal. One of my favorites because in my state of Colorado, that maybe Becca will talk about, they reintroduced these guys. The Canada Lynx. Let's welcome Becca Chandler.
Hi everyone, welcome to my presentation on the Canada Lynx. Okay, so their classification, their kingdom is Animalia, and their phylum is Chordata, and their class is Mammalia, and their order is Carnivora, and their family is Felidae, and then their genus is Lynx, and their species is Canadenus, I think. And then the animal that they're most closely related to is the Eurasian lynx. So their physical characteristics, they are 30 to 40 inches long from head to tail, and then the males usually weigh 25 to 35 pounds, and then the females usually weigh 15 to 20 pounds. And some older lynxes have like a little like goatee, and then their coloration, like it changes and stuff, but it's usually a yellowish brown in the summer and then like a frostier gray in the winter. And then they have short black tipped tails and triangle shaped black tipped ears. So then here you can see like that's his little goatee. And then like you can't really see it on the board, but this one you can see like its tail. And then this is like kind of the color there in like the summertime. And then that's like you can kind of see the length of him. They're not that big, like especially compared to like Bengal tiger, like Caleb just did. But yeah, and then that's a baby one, and they're just adorable. So their distribution, they don't only live in Canada. They also live in Alaska and some continental U.S. states along the Canadian border. So yeah, and then they live mostly in deep forests. But then they also have a home range, which is like an area that it kind of calls its own, which is where it like eats, sleeps, and hunts, and pretty much does everything else it does every day. And then its conservation status is of least concern, and their population is staying stable, which is good. And then the reproductive characteristics. A male will follow a female during the mating season, and they usually have 2 to 5 kittens. And then the parental care, the kittens stay with their mothers for 9 months, and the father does not help raise them. He just like takes off right after. And there's some more kittens because they are just adorable, and I think they are like really cute. So, and they usually live for 10 years or less, but they can live up to 15 years. And there is no difference in longevity between male and females. And they will usually live 14 to 17 years in captivity. And they don't really have any seasonal patterns because they don't like migrate or hibernate or undergo torpor. So, yeah. And the Canada Lynx feeds like almost exclusively on the snowshoe hare. So there's the snowshoe hare. This picture like reminds me of like Peeps because there's. And then their predators include cougars, wolves, coyotes, and then humans. And the predators don't have like a huge impact on their conservation status. And then their human relationships, they try to avoid all human contact. And they are used for their fur. And humans don't really have a huge impact on their conservation status either. And fun facts are they have really, really sharp teeth. And then they're also not fast runners, so they kind of have to like sneak up on their prey. And they're also really shy. So, and those are my works cited.
Questions for Mr. Chandos?
This isn't a question, but I've seen one of those.
That's cool. Yeah. Yeah.
How old are they when they become reproductive?
I couldn't find that.
Okay. And then the other question I have for you is, how are they different than Miss Morales' animal development? Like, what makes them different than a bobcat?
They are bigger than the bobcat.
Does the bobcat feed on snowshoe hares as well?
No, it does not.
Interesting. Thank you, Ms. Morales, for your input on that one.
Oh, Dimitri.
Are they carnivores?
Yes, they are carnivores. Okay.
All right. Give it up for Ms.